How is RAW Brigade doing in summer 2023? How busy have you been keeping?
We're busy as fuck, man. We we are in the date 16. ¿Qué es la fecha? 16? No, 13. No, 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 no. ¿En qué fecha del tour vamos? We are in the day 16 of 26 dates and shows that we got in Europe. So we're busy. We are in the middle of our first Europe tour.
Yeah, how has it been? The schedule sounds a bit harsh, you know, it's hard work. How has the tour been for you?
It has been great so far. We love to come here. It's the first time and we were expecting this for so long. We tried to do it last year, but we couldn't due to some personal reasons. But we're a band that is like regularly on tour. But coming to new places and meeting like new countries is like getting excited of it again. We have made a lot of friends so far, and we have played like pretty crazy shows here in Europe. Looking forward to do it more often.
Let's go to music then. Aggressive City came out last year, 1 year after Hardcore Latino. With what kind of ideas did you start, writing and recording Aggressive City?
Aggressive City is all about Bogota, and it's all about the place where we come from, and also like that's pretty much everything. Like the inspiration is like our city and like basically our lives and like the way that we grew up, and we're just trying to like expose and try to like put like Colombia in the map. So it's not a better way to do it than like make a record talking about that. So that's pretty much how it is.
If the record is all about Bogota, could you maybe give us a backstory of a couple of songs?
Well, it's not all about Bogota. Of course, they have like a few songs that is about like some personal stuff. Background, like backstories about like songs. Like the first song is about like being uh, like what is in my personal experience, like what is the meaning and like what's like the difference between like being Latino and being like a white person, like in I don't know in the States, in United States. Second song is about the straight edge. We are a straight edge band. So it's about like yeah, basically how people have use of drugs and like they lose control of their lives. Third song is about being an immigrant in the States. Fourth song is like Aggressive City. That's the name of the song. That's the name. The song. The name. The record is about how crazy is Bogota sometimes. Yeah. Also, every single song has like their own like aspect. Is not just about being like from Bogota, but like the main thing was like kind of like putting them at where we come from. That's it.
Did you want to add something?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, that record was wrote in 2020. We were like in the middle of a pandemic, a world pandemic. So we got a lot to say. We had a lot of time at home to think about it, and we tried to put like everything that we want to say back then in that record that only could see the light a couple of years before. But those lyrics are still like on run for us, and they are they have the same meaning of when we wrote them back then, and most of them are just like personal experiences of our lives and how it is to be somebody that grew up and live in Bogota, and also how it is to be like somebody that grew up in Bogota but living out of it, like in some of the first world countries, and how it's to be like immigrant in there. So I think it's a record that is pretty much dedicated to the people that leave their places looking for better opportunities, and we hope that people that do that can relate to Aggressive City same way that us.
Talking about the pandemic and Bogota, from your point of view, how has Bogota's and Colombia's underground music scene bounced back after the pandemic?
¿Cómo está Bogotá después de la pandemia con shows? Mucho mejor.
Now it's gonna start again the shows
Abre más, vamos cerquita acá.
and the people is gonna start to make bands, and I think it's gonna start again now, but after 2 years of the pandemic.
So yeah, they say like I don't know. I feel like after the pandemic, like hardcore music in general became like really like popular and mainstream. You know, it's a lot of like there's so much people who were at home just like doing nothing, watching YouTube videos, watching fucking Hate 56, going like, you know, kind of like just waiting for like a real life experience as a hardcore show is. You know, so after the pandemic, hardcore became like I don't gonna say mainstream music because it's never gonna be like that, hopefully. But it definitely became like really popular, and that happened not just in the states, in Colombia too. Is like so much new kids that are like going to shows, you know, and like start to like get into like hardcore music, even like through TikTok or like YouTube or whatever. Like I feel like it's really popping, and like we got like some good bands going, like doing cool shit right there. We got like a big festival in December that bring like around like 400 people, which is like that's a lot for Bogota. So yeah,
There's
I
a
think
lot of new venues
it's
also
popping up. It's popping up.
because too many venues got shut it down during the pandemic, so they start making new ones. So it's like to rediscover a new scene everywhere, you know, because the old legendary venues in too many cities just are no longer there, but there's new venues, so people is getting excited again to find out and to do like a scouting where they can like put out a show for new kids coming, you know, for their first hardcore show after the pandemic, or as Carlos said, after they meet hardcore through YouTube and experimenting their first shows. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. Did the pandemic change something with the RAW Brigade? Did it change something with the way you write or record music?
Uh, we record and like live or we record and like raw like or record before the pandemic, so it yeah doesn't change anything. The only thing is like, well, I feel like we move like I moved to the states, to United States before the pandemic, and same as Juan, who's the drummer of the band. Uh, so that's the only thing that changed. After that, I don't think like the pandemic changed anything for us.
You already talked about the topics on the new album, but yeah, if we can get a bit politic, what are kind of the issues that are on your mind in 2023?
Ooh.
Big question right there.
Well, I might say like if we talk about like Aggressive City, one of their songs is about like what we call falsos positivos. Like well, and one of the songs is also like about like political abuse, police brutality in Colombia. Right before the pandemic starts, Colombia was going through like a big strikes, one of the biggest like strikes that I ever seen in my life. Honestly, it was like a game changing like experience, and like the police and like all the like oppression like that the fucking government put into like young people, like people to try to spread themselves, express themselves. So it was like a really like crucial time for like I don't know our generation, in my opinion. That was something that like makes so much people like open their eyes and like being like more concerned about like how the police and how like the like they don't defend, like they don't care about the people, they just care about like the government, you know what I mean? They only like take care, like they only like defend and like try to like protect the government and not like the actual like communities and like people. So I think like that's one of the like the main like songs that like political songs about in our record.
You mentioned that you are a straight edge band. What does straight edge mean to you?
I don't drink, I don't smoke. That's it. I don't use drugs. That's it for me.
For me, it's
Cerquita,
like,
cerquita.
for me, it's like a politic expression, no? Like a personal, it's a lifestyle, it's like a radical to say no to the system, to the every. I grew up in the state, in my city, around the drugs and a lot of issues, and for me, being straight edge is like my personal opinion, my personal choice about the I don't like that kind of things. I see all my life. It's like for me, it's 100% like a politic. For me, it's like a personal. It's not about the movement. It's for me. It's that kind of because as I am straight edge.
Yeah, I feel like we like each of us, it has like a different like way to see like, and like straight edge for us is like a personal thing, you know what I mean? But like in my opinion, it's something that like is a bond between my friends, you know what I mean? Like at least like every single person on this table is a straight edge, and like that was a thing that like make us like together at somehow, you know. So like I think like even if like each person of the band like got like a personal like a different like experience or like way to see the straight edge, is like it's something that like I don't know, kind of like it's a bond between friends too. So I think that's sick.
Yeah, did you wanna?
Yeah, I mean, for me, straight edge is to have the capacity of be the only owner of your actions and decisions, so you don't have to go through any substance that help you to do anything because you are aware of your thoughts, you are aware of what you wanna say or do, and not have to be under any like influence of any substances. But it's not only about the substances or the drug using or the alcohol use, but it's also anything that you can say no to. Sometimes for some people it can be their cell phones, some food, some TV shows, some personal like familiar stuff, so their couples, boyfriend, girlfriend, anything that takes you away to make your own decisions is something that you have to stay away from it. So for that's pretty much for me, like to be sober, not only talking about alcohol or that stuff. It's like to try to be sober in every point of your life and doing it for you and not for anybody else. But as Carlos said, it's cool to find friends along the way that believe the same thing as you and make a bond among them on that. Not only on that, but it's cool that we believe the same things, that we can like share experiences of what means for us to be straight edge, like how it was when we were in our 10s, in our 20s, and now in our like 30s, mid 30s, how it's like to be a sober person in a social like environment.
Talking about the bond, what is your experience? How is the straight edge scene doing in maybe Colombia, States, and even here in Europe? What is kind of your point of view?
It's not everyone is a sellout. Everyone is a fucking sellout. Fuck those fools. Not us. It's not straight edge in Bogota, it's just us. We're the only straight edge.
There's no straight edge in Bogota anymore.
Everyone. Fucking who else? Who? Quincayo Balaguera?
Name it. Name one.
We're naming people who's just not straight edge anymore. That's how it goes. With a straight edge, there's no straight edge. In the States, everyone's allowed. Fuck those fools. That's it.
All right.
Okay, that's an interesting point of view.
Yeah, all right.
No, we're kidding. No, we're not.
We're not kidding. But dude, honestly, there's like in Bogota, is like I saw some kids like with their fucking exes in their hands, and that's awesome to see. You know what I mean? Every time that I see like a straight edge kid, it's like I was that kid one day. You know what I mean? Like just believing and like being like. I don't know, dude. I grew up like in fucking in the hood with my friends, just like using drugs and like alcohol and shit, and that shit was like bad. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. As soon as I found like hardcore and straight edge, it was like a crew, like a fucking. It was something awesome for me. So every time that I see like a young kid in Bogota, just like with his fucking X in his hands and everything, is like, oh, sick. Like. Even if it's like cause of RAW Brigade or cause like he just like reading fucking internet like what is straight edge or whatever, that just I don't know. I feel like no empathy, but like a connection with those kids. You know what I mean? That for me, what is a strategy for like for the young people, people who try to like see the world in a different like way. You know what I mean? We're all already like, it's like we already grew up person, man. But like hardcore and like things like strategies for like for the young people, for the youth crew. Me, you, youth crew. Fuck sellouts though.
Fuck that bastard.
What do you think about that?
Speechless.
Yes. Are you a straight edge?
I know, but I would aspire to be. I think I'm not just a strong enough person. I have the utmost respect to everybody who's straight edge, but
Yeah. So
Just,
you think we're strong?
stronger than me.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but I have tried, but that's life. That's life.
What you do? Like smoke weed or something?
No.
Alcohol?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Now he's interviewing you.
Sometimes I can be a year or two without, but then life gets
Oh,
hard.
year or two is good.
Yeah, I know, but
Well,
still, then I get my low times. So
okay,
yeah.
cool. It's okay.
Thank you. I'm trying to accept myself too. Okay, let's go back to music. We are here, celebrating Refuge Records.
Yes.
30 years is
Awesome.
crazy, and a 3-day festival here. So, if you would just like to give your thoughts on Refuge Records.
Honestly, I know about Refuge Records because they release like some music that I like back in 2010, I think. And I don't know. I feel like when we don't even get asked to like play this fest. Like the guy who was booking the show, booking our tour, he put us on this, and I was really hyped about like being able to like actually like meet the guys who like book the shows and like the Refuge Record, like all the Refuge Record crew and all that. So I don't know. It's been fucking cool, man. The show is cool. I hear like Vitamin X played yesterday and they killed that shit, and I hear like it was massive. The show that we just played was cool. So yeah, this is actually my first experience with Refuge Records. So it's a really good one for to be the first one, So we'll see. That's it for me at least.
I hope it's not the last. It was a very great first experience. Let's see if we can like play this show more or in further years.
As you mentioned in the beginning of the interview, it's your first European tour and hopefully first of many. So, what are kind of your future plans for RAW Brigade?
The last, like this year, the 2023, we're in 2023, ¿cierto?
Yeah.
The 2023, we've been playing a lot. We play like bunch of like weekends and tours in the States. We made it to Europe because we've been waiting for so long to make this tour. So we did it, but it's been a lot of work trying to push Aggressive City, trying to like make people know like about us, about our record and like our music and our show and everything. So I think after this tour, we kind of wanna like lay low and like just kind of chill for a second and like do like write some new music. We got like we got the fest in Bogota, 100%, 100%, Bogota Hardcore Fest. So we're gonna play that one in Colombia. We're gonna play some shows in Europe, in South America, with No Pressure and Regulate, and that's pretty much everything. That's everything that we got lined up. After that, we're gonna make a new record next year, and we'll see what happens after that.
Well, we talk about the future, so let's take a look back. So I'm sucker for nostalgia. So what are the first things that come to mind when you think about the times you started the band in 2016?
When we started the band, like me, Christian, and Juan, we work together at the same shop. We are tattoo artists, so we work together at the same shop. We are friends with Camilo from so many years before that. So we asked him to like be part of the band when we like got the idea of like make the band with Christian. And I don't know, after that, everything was like we just love hardcore and we just start playing like the music that we love, and that's it. Um it's crazy to see like how like lives change and like now like each person, Christian, Camilo, Juan, me, we have like different kind of like lives. You know what I mean? Like now we're at different like points of our lives, and like we're like keep doing like music, and like we can like keep doing like this thing that like make us like put us like together in the same place, even if it's like Europe, the States, whatever. So it's kind of crazy. So that's the first thing that come to my mind, how lives change, and now we're just like in fucking Berlin. You know what I mean? It's just stupid to think about it. Playing like shitty music. It's shitty. It is, but it's sick.
Well, I'm always interested in scenes and how they are and how they maybe used to be. So how was the scene back then, the local scene, when you started?
The local scene when we started, Christian has a band. Christian and Nico, they have a band. It's called Revival. You have the shirt? No.
No, the
So they were a straightedge band, and they were like the main band back then. And I feel like after Revival, Raw Brigade starts, and now Revival is kind of step back. Now Raw Brigade is like the band that like bring people, and after that, yeah, like back then was like that. I feel like it was like I think it was like more people going to shows, and it was like more shows more often. Like every single weekend was happening a show, but it was like kind of like small shows. Now it's like a show every single like 6 months or 3 months, but they're big. You know, it's going through phases. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like the scene back then was cool. There was like more people coming to shows. There was more shows going on for sure. Now these days, there's like no so many like hardcore shows going on, or at least one at the month, one every 2 months. But back then it was just about fun for us. We just wanted to do a band and having fun with our friends. Now to be like traveling around the world, being in a different point of our life, being like a little older, and still doing this is pretty cool. But some of our priorities have changed. Some stuff have changed among us, but still being able to play the same songs in front of people and to play hardcore and to travel doing that is something like very unbelievable for us. So we want to use it and do it as much as we can, what we can, because we don't know what the future brings. You know what I mean? So for now, just living the moment.